So you think you have to be a pro in order to be an athlete? Well, you're wrong. Let's get it. Hi, I'm Julien. I'm here to taking the fear out of fitness and helping you be the best you. Before I begin, I want to turn around and talk to you guys about interactions with me and our engagement on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook. When I post things about certain subject matters, I would like you guys to feel free to comment so that way we can engage, so that maybe I can get even better ideas as to how I can serve you better to help you literally become the best you. Now, today we're talking about how people have a certain mindset about having to be a professional athlete or an amateur athlete in order to be considered an athlete. The truth is, you cannot be further wrong than you are right now in that way of thinking. Just because you are of a certain size or a certain build, or you're not this fast or you're not this strong, does not mean that you're not an athlete. The truth of the matter is that depending on the physicality of your work or the physicality of your activities, you may already be an athlete, you just don't know it yet. And as a result, you're not actually adequately preparing your body for the activities and the trials and tribulations that you're gonna have to go through on a daily basis. I'll give you an example. If you work at a warehouse, for instance, a lot of people think that because they work at a warehouse, they're not an athlete. Well, you're wrong, because when you have to bend down and grab something that weighs 50 pounds and put it on a shelf or put it on a piece of equipment to then transport it to another end of the warehouse, you are an athlete because you're doing that constantly over and over again over the course of 6 to 8 hours a day. If you are a daycare worker, you have to run around and play with kids all day. You gotta grab them and pick them up, put them on a changing table, put them down on the floor, get back up, run around with a kid that might be being a little bit rambunctious. You still have to be athletic. If you are a custodian, you have to move heavy equipment up and down around a school or around a building constantly throughout the day. If you work in maintenance, you are using heavy equipment and you are using certain types of skill sets to where you have to lift something, you have to hold it in position, you have to put it down, or you have to hold it in a different position. Plumbing is another one that is very similar. Just because your job does not put you on television showing exploits and feats of strength and agility and quickness does not mean that you're not an athlete. Just because you do not run the fastest does not mean that you should not be exercising to get faster and to get more agile and to get more performance based. Because if you do that, your performance at your job will improve, and also your energy yields might improve as well. Therefore, you're not as tired when you get off of work, or therefore you might be able to go harder at work and be more productive and therefore see more success at your job. So don't think for 1 second that because you're not LeBron James or Serena Williams or Naomi Osaka or Simone Biles or Steph Curry or Canelo Alvarez that you're not an athlete. Just because you're a school teacher does not mean you're not an athlete, because guess what? You might have hobbies that causes you to need to be faster. For instance, my job, I might have to turn around and chase somebody. You know what? If I have to chase somebody, guess what? I still need to be athletic in order to be able to be successful at apprehending people when they are trying to leave or trying to run away from us as individuals that work at the profession that I work at. So just because I'm not being paid, or just because there's no glory in what it is that I do for a living outside of personal training, does not mean that my physicality is not needed, therefore I should not have to train. So keep that in mind whenever it is that you are performing your job, whether you're at a desk for a moment at a time, but you still have physical things that you have to do. If you are physical at your job at all, you are an athlete. If you are physical at your activities at any point in time, you are an athlete. So don't shy away from being a little bit more inquisitive about being in better shape, and don't hesitate to go out and seek training to help you be the best you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me, and comment on my Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook. Have a nice day. Be the best you.